brilliant speed with vibrant service, vibrant broadband internet.
Right there, like that. Ladies and gentlemen, it's incredible. The team from Bribert comes in and they bring in the sunshine. The first we've seen of it today. How about that?
Yeah.
Wow. You guys are something.
We try. We try.
Yeah. We got 4 of you. Well, not right here, but here.
Yeah, we have 4 of us here.
Who would that be?
Well, we have... Bo is supposed to start this out, but...
Yeah, go ahead, Bo. How about a little louder? Is that loud enough?
There we go.
I can hear him now in the background there.
Yeah, well, my name is Bo.
I'm Nathan.
I'm Shane.
And I'm Jane.
There it is.
And welcome to another Vibrant You Live on a little bit sunnier day. Thanks, Jeff. And we actually have an event tonight, probably after the sun sets. But tonight we are having another Dreaming of Streaming. We haven't had one for a while. And so we thought today would be a good time to talk about streaming and more specifically streaming devices. So it's really just going into what is a streaming device, how they work. We're going to go over a few different brands, the ones that we've used in the past, and some of the ones we prefer. So we're going to start with Shane, who's going to dive into a little bit about like what a streaming device actually is.
Yeah, so I'll explain what a streaming device is, and it's a gadget that allows you to watch TV shows, movies, and other content from the internet on your TV. So think of it like a cable box or a satellite TV box, but it's a streaming device. Mm-hmm. They plug into the TV's HDMI port, and if your TV was built in the last 20 plus years, they at least have one.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of the newer TVs have 2 or 3 or sometimes even 4.
Yeah.
But it plugs into the HDMI port, and then it connects wirelessly to your home Wi-Fi. So that's how it gets connected to the internet. And then it will translate, all the, packets and information and put the TV show on your TV. They come with a simple remote. A lot of them are just basically arrows up and down with an OK button in the middle and, on, off, forward, pause, reverse, things like that. There's a couple of them that do have like number buttons and things like that on them. And we'll talk about that a little bit later. But that's what a streaming device is. But Nathan's going to go into how they work.
Yeah, I think they're exceptionally easy to set up and use for the most part. I mean, they're designed to be user friendly and foolproof kind of thing. But essentially, you connect to your TV, you physically plug it into your TV. Oftentimes, you then can use the remote that comes with it to control your TV power and volume, stuff like that. And then it connects to your internet. And one of my favorite parts about it is they can connect wirelessly via your Wi-Fi. So you don't have to run a cable to these devices. You can which means you can basically pop a TV in your garage, in a spare bedroom, in your man cave, wherever. Before, with cable or antennas or whatever, you had to do sophisticated wiring, or you had to make sure you were prepared. But now you can pretty much plug it into anywhere as long as you're in range of your Wi-Fi, which is awesome. Then you'll set up an account with whatever, Roku, Amazon, whatever streaming device you get, which we'll kind of go over some different brands in a second. You can also associate a credit card with it, which is kind of optional, but it makes it nice if all of a sudden you want to rent a movie or you want to sign up for Netflix or a streaming service that costs money. Then you can just process it with the card that you have on file. And then you can start adding apps or channels. You can think of it kind of like a smartphone where you download an app. You can download a Netflix app, a Hulu app, YouTube app. There's a ton of free streaming services. There's some paid for streaming services. If you're looking for live channels like your local news, cable news, sports, stuff like that, some of the most popular options: YouTube TV, Hulu Live, DirecTV Stream, Paramount, Netflix, Peacock. There's a boatload of options that are free or cost money. So there's just endless stuff you can get access to.
And one of the things that Nathan mentioned was Roku. Roku is very popular. Why it is popular? It's user-friendly. It doesn't have a whole lot of numbers. It's just an up-down. There's no place like home button. So if you ever get lost, you can just click that button and you go right back to where you started. And if you make a mistake, you just go right back to it. Mm-hmm. There's a wide range of channels. If you get a Roku device, they offer a Roku channel, and there's several. I mean, how many channels are in there?
It's like 350 plus.
And you can watch them all for free, and they change the content, so that's really good. And then there's affordable options in there too. Our recommendation is to just make sure that a Roku device is going to be replacing your remote, TV remote. So make sure that it has an on-off button for your TV and that the volume is on the side. And then there's a mute button there too. So the only thing that I see as a drawback right now is it's limited on the voice control. It lags significantly behind all of its competition. So
yeah, I know the Roku, they do have a voice control, but it's pretty, I mean, it's okay, it works, you know, but it's
to talk to it.
Yeah, you talk into it. And I know Jane was talking about there are entry-level Roku devices that don't have the TV on-off button. They don't have the voice remote. They also won't connect to, like we talked in a previous show about the Wi-Fi having two bands, 2.4 and 5. And some of the entry-level or older Roku devices only connect to one band, and so your Wi-Fi might not even see it. So don't get the $20 Roku. Spend $40 or above to get that kind of Roku. Another popular brand is the Amazon Fire TV. And similar to the Roku, it's got a remote that's got the on-off. It's got it's a wheel instead of arrows, but it does the same thing. And it's a very simple remote. It integrates seamlessly with Alexa, so it's got really good voice control. And it's really good for connecting to your smart home, kind of that way, integrating that way. There's a lot of app support, of course, along with, just like Roku, you've got your Netflix and Prime Video and Hulu and all that fun stuff. And there's a lot of choices as well. Fewer than Roku, but there's 2-3 choices, and it's also built into TVs. Roku also has some that are built into TVs. So you can get an Amazon Fire TV, and all the software is built into that. Roku has TVs as well. The drawback with the Fire Stick is going to be very Amazon-centric. So if you are watching shows, they will pop up little tiny, add this to your cart now kind of a thing.
No.
So they're connected with your Amazon account, and it just can be annoying sometimes. I mean, it's fine, but it's going to be very Amazon-centric. Bo is going to talk a little bit about Apple TV.
Yeah, so I got Apple TV about like 6 months ago. I had been a Roku person before that, so I got to have a firsthand experience on why to choose Apple TV. And the main reason is it just works well with your Apple ecosystem. So that means if you have an Apple iPhone, you have a Apple Watch, if that's what you use, it's going to be the easiest way to integrate, because it's just very simple. You can sign into your iCloud account. So if you want to show someone your pictures, you can AirPlay, you can connect that way, or you can just go to there's actual Photos app, just like you'd have on your phone. So you can go right to that without having to pull up your phone at all. And then it supports 4K. It's got really good sound integration. And then it's just more of its like smooth experience. It's hard to describe exactly, but the feel of the remote's also one of my favorite things. It's got like a kind of a heavier metal remote, so it feels a little bit premium. And it's Apple, so because it feels premium, that means the price is also quite high. That is one of they're pretty good about that. So the drawback is it's more expensive than really all other streaming devices, but it's one thing that you're going to buy, and you can tell it's going to last for a while. So that's really the main drawback of it. I really can't think of anything else as a reason to not get it, unless you're just not a big Apple fan. So if you're not an Apple fan like Nathan, he's the one that uses the Google TV. So he's going to go into a little bit more about that.
Yeah, Google TV is one of the more popular operating systems, and there's a lot of different devices you can get that operate Google TV. I know Walmart has a pretty nice one for around $50. I think they call it the ON 4K. Google makes their own. They have the Chromecast that people may have, or their new Google TV streamer. But a lot of it's Google-oriented, similar to Apple. Bo mentioned you can sync it with your Google Photos. You can cast from your phone if you have an Android Google phone. One of the new features that I really like is you have your Google Home built into it. So if you have smart home products we've talked about in some previous radio shows, you have cameras or speakers or lights, you can actually control all that through your TV streaming device. So you can check your cameras, do all this cool stuff right from your TV remote. It's pretty nice. They do a lot of personalized recommendations based on your viewing history. So the more stuff you watch, the more they'll recommend movies and shows and stuff like that. They have a huge range of apps or channels. They have one of the biggest libraries if you're looking to get, certain programs or whatever. But I like Google a lot. The new Google TV streamer is a little more pricey than their previous Chromecast was. I think it's around $100, which is it's a more powerful device. They say it runs faster, runs smoother. There are some benefits to that, but it's a little bit more expensive. But you can still get Google TV devices. I know, like I said, that Walmart has one for $50. That's really, really popular. I have one myself that I really like. And then DirecTV is one of the only streaming providers, as far as DirecTV has their own streaming service. They also provide hardware, like a device. Streaming device that comes with a remote and part that plugs into the TV. Actually, Google TV's hardware uses Google's software. So for apps and stuff like that, they're partnered with Google. But DirecTV is popular because they have probably the widest range of channels to get if you're looking for like cable type channels and sports and all that stuff. They have some of the most available. And then it's going to be more similar to your cable box. As far as the remote goes, it's the most robust remote. It's got the most buttons. It's got the channel numbers that people are used to. Channel 11, you just hit 1. So people really like the remote. It's probably the biggest benefit to DirecTV's box. The only drawback probably is that it's a little pricier, and you have to get DirecTV's channel service, their TV service, to get their box. You can't just get their streaming device and use it with YouTube TV or Hulu Live. It pretty much has to pair with DirecTV's streaming service. So that there's a few different options that we just discussed, whether you're Roku, Amazon, Google, Apple, whatever you're looking for. So I know a lot of people mix and match. A lot of people have different opinions of what's the best. I know, Jeff, you've mentioned that you stream already. What kind of streaming device do you use? I can't remember if you're a Roku person or a smart TV person or what you're using at home.
You just mentioned it. It's DirecTV Plus, and they have, I believe it's 3 different packages that you choose from, for the channels. And I think we must be in the medium one that's got the sports channels. So that's
sure.
That's why I like it. So I get the what is it now? FanDuel North. It used to be Fox. Yep. And then to get the Big Ten Network and all the ESPN channels and the FS1 channels, all those come on there. I've got that. And then I do have a Roku out in the man shed, and then I can pick up the DirecTV app off of that out there. So that's kind of the ones that I use.
Yeah.
There you go.
And I use Roku. And I guess we just chose it because when Andrew started at the co-op, that's his recommendation. And I just went with what Andrew recommended.
There you go.
And we've never looked back. And then actually we were talking to, Jeff, are you streaming? Are you watching anything right now?
My wife does. Is all I can tell you, because I watch almost all sports. I was looking originally to try to get... after taking a couple of airplane trips that I'd had here lately, I watched, 1882 or whatever it is.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, man, where's the new ones of that? And turned out I had to be, I think, on Amazon Plus or one of the other ones to be able to get it. So I would have watched that one a little bit, but
okay.
Yeah.
So I've been streaming on Paramount Plus. It's the Landman and Lioness. Those are my husband and I have a conflict of what we watch. He's more like a nature history guy, and I'm like rom-com stuff. So we actually settled on these type of shows. So
just as they split the difference.
It is. And Bo, how about you?
Well, I've actually used quite a few of these. The only one I haven't used is the Google Chromecast, but I started with Amazon Fire Stick back maybe 15 years ago, and then I went to Roku and was a Roku guy forever. And then my wife uses an Apple TV, and hers broke, so I decided to get an Apple TV. And I was like, I wonder if I'm going to like it. Maybe I'll use Roku on the other TV. But I really enjoy both Roku and Apple TV. So they're very user friendly. It's just kind of like whatever brand of car you like. They all have their benefits. And then like shows that I've been watching on those. I've been watching Severance. We just binge watched season 1, and season 2 just launched. I think there's like the first 3 episodes out. So if you're looking for like a mystery thriller type show, that would definitely be one I'd recommend. How about you, Shane? Which of these do you use?
I've been a Roku guy for a long time. I like the Roku. I like their menu system. I like how it's allows you to control your TV. It also includes Apple AirPlay, so you can stream from your phone to the TV through the Roku. I recently bought a Roku TV for my man cave, and it's built in, and I was surprised at how fast it is. It's actually faster than my Roku devices, and I know that we always recommend people to get the Roku device because of that, but a Roku or a TV with Roku built in can be faster, and I like it. A show that I just recently watched or streamed is on Peacock, and it was called The Continental, and it's just a 3-episode series that was made in 2023, and it's a John Wick story. So if you like the John Wick movies, this is like 3 mini movies, because each one of these episodes is like an hour and 20 minutes, and so it's like watching a movie. All 3, each of the episodes is like watching a full movie. Yeah. So that's mine. How about you, Nathan?
Yeah, I think I've used pretty much all of these in my lifetime or history or whatever your streaming career, if you call it. But I kind of landed on Google TV or Chromecast or some different Google devices. I Google, they're kind of famous for being a little more open platform where different manufacturers can make devices for them, which I really, really like. So I have a couple that Google made directly. I have a couple, because I mentioned that Walmart has a nice one that's $50. I have one of those. So I have several different versions, but I just like how it integrates with a lot of my Google products. I have my, once I stop using the TV, basically it goes into slideshow mode, and it just airs some of my favorite pictures from my Google Photos of my kids and my family. So all my TVs or whatever just turn into giant digital picture frames. It's pretty fun to kind of sit there and watch, and some of the personalized recommendations I really, really like. And then, like Shane mentioned with Apple, you can cast anything from basically your Android phone up on the big screen, which I use quite a bit. So I like Google's. It's probably my favorite, but you can't really go wrong. All these can do movie shows, streaming services. It's kind of like different car brands. They all may drive, get you to point A to point B, but everyone's going to have an opinion sometimes of what they prefer, what works best for them. And there's no real wrong answer. It's just kind of what works best for you. We talked a lot about streaming today, and the big reason for that is that we have our Dreaming of Streaming class tonight. So for those that are interested in learning more about streaming, these have been really popular classes. Usually we get, 10 plus people that come out, and it's a free class open to the public. You don't have to have Vibrant or be a Maker Co-op member. If you just want to learn more about how to stream, what streaming means, can I save money versus my cable, actually see hands-on, how does the remote look, how do you actually use it. These classes are pretty popular. It's right at the Co-op office here in Litchfield. Class starts at 5:30 tonight. And then we usually have some basic, chips and snack type stuff, and then some soda and water too. So, plan around that. And then if you have questions about Vibrant, if you want to stream but you need better internet, or you need upgraded faster speeds to do some of this stuff, you can certainly reach out to us with any questions. Call us locally here, 693-3231. You can also visit our website, vibrantbroadband.com. As always, if you missed part of today's show, or you want to listen to some other radio shows where we talk about streaming stuff, smart home products, and all the kinds of different topics, to check us out on Facebook or YouTube. You can just search Vibrant Broadband, and of course listen live on Wednesdays on KLFD at 10:30.
All right. Thank you, Jeff, for having us. We want to thank the audience for listening. My name is Shane.
I'm Jane.
I'm Nathan.
And I'm Bo.
And tune in next week for another Vibrant U Live.
Very good.
Brilliant speed with Vibrant service. Vibrant broadband internet. Vibrant broadband internet.